Hey, Sycamore View family. This is Justin Ardrey, and I am here with our Ukrainian missionary, Dima. So glad to have him with us today. Dima, it's good to see you. Glad you got to make it into Memphis. Okay, I know you've been traveling a lot. Tell us a little bit about that.
Hello, Justin, and greetings to all Sycamore U family. Uh, First, I'm very glad to be here, and glad I have opportunity to see some of you personal, and because you're a big part of my life, my ministry, my family, and my life. And I came here already, visited a couple of places in Oklahoma, Arkansas, and now I'm very glad to be in Memphis.
And you drove.
Yeah, I drove, and I'm gonna drive after Memphis to New Mexico, to Colorado, back to Texas. So it will be like um, movie road.
Yeah, that's the iconic West.
Yeah,
So that's sounds like a long drive, but should be a lot of fun.
yeah,
So
that's true.
I'm happy
I
that you
hope.
get to do that while you're here as well. Hey, we just get a chance, ever so often to be able to talk about the work you do, but we also want to catch up a little bit on you, on your family. I hear you guys have a new addition to the family.
Yes, yeah, I've been blessed by such a great wife and daughters in my life. Um, yeah, just my younger daughter named Deya. She turns 1 month old tomorrow. And my middle daughter, Christina, actually today is October 16th, she turns 9 years old. And she already told me, Dad, when I will turn 10, please stay with me. So I need next year, I need to make changes in my curriculum.
There you go. There you go. She wants her daddy for her birthday. Um, So we have a lot of new people in our family, in our church family. Some are familiar with the work that you do. Some may be a little less familiar with what you do. Tell us a little bit about the type of work that you do, your work with UBI and Let's Love, and maybe even some of the differences between those and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I also been blessed to be involved at the working for God's kingdom in Ukraine. I work as a full-time Ukrainian teacher at Ukrainian Bible Institute, and during a 2-year um, study program, I teach about 11 or 12 classes. Also, I involved in operations of Let's Love Ministry. This is a Ukrainian mission organization, and uh, we do a lot of outreach with students, with young people, young families, with refugees, and it fill the all my almost all my time during the day, during the week.
Yeah, and you have nothing to do at home, right? So just no family, no, just
Yeah,
just work, work.
yeah, that's it's a kind of problem for every missionary, but
Sure.
I try to keep it in mind, try to remember it, and sometimes wife just reminds me about
Yeah,
this,
that's
and I
good.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
that's great. So just so that people know, you're an employee of UBI, so you teach there, and then part of this extra mission work that you do throughout Ukraine is called Let's Love. Is that right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's
And I know that even recently you guys have done a little bit in some of the colleges and things like that in years past. Tell me a little bit of that. I think we were talking about that earlier a little bit.
Yeah, we had a special program on Ukrainian history. So this program, this curriculum allows us to come to college or to public school and set up like a school or college youth club. And we try through visiting children on a weekly basis or youth to reach them out to our community youth clubs, like you call it boys or girls club,
Sure.
but we call it like youth club, and then to try to build them a relationship and then to bring them to church. And we pretty successful with that. I'm very glad. So we have a pretty long way, beginning the school and through all these steps to bring them to Jesus.
That's wonderful. So I know that just in the last 10 years, there's been a little bit of turmoil in the country of Ukraine, some of the border regions and things like that. How is that going? Can you give us any kind of an update on how people are doing in Ukraine?
Well, some people still continue to survive. Some people doing a little bit better. It depends of region in our country. Generally, we do much better than we had 10 years ago. But we still have a war in the east of Ukraine, and Crimea still under Russia's occupation. And this affect of our people. We still have a lot of displaced people came from east of Ukraine to other regions, and we try to help them. Just these days, I've been infected not by COVID, but the one idea to try to start a new ministry for abused families, because Ukraine on the top in Europe of abusing, unfortunately. And we have some resources for that, but we need to improve that, and we need to find some prayer and financial resources for this ministry. But this has been something awesome, and I believe very effective to help our people.
That's great. Well, and I can see the wheels turning. That's in case you don't know, we're talking to Dr. Dima, doctor of social work. So I know that it fits within the realm of social work, abusive situations and things like that.
Yeah.
So that sounds like maybe something to pray about and something for us to continue to ask about as you move forward in ministry. So I've heard a little bit of talk through the Sycamore View grapevine that we have some interest in getting a team together to possibly go to Ukraine, and I'm wondering, you would be able to tell me a little bit more about this, because I've been to Ukraine. Darren Ruddy and I went a couple of years ago, had a fantastic time, got to see all the work that you guys do, and it's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work, but I would love you to tell maybe some Sycamore View people that don't know that we actually had a team there before in the past, and then maybe tell us a little bit about that, and then maybe what we could be doing if we came to see you guys.
You remember how we enjoyed having you and Darren when you come to Ukraine, and believe how we will be enjoying when your team comes again. Comes here in Ukraine. Yeah, in the past years, Sycamore View has been very involved in Ukrainian mission work. Sending in missionary groups. And I remember just in the end of 90s, maybe 98 or 99, there were about 50 young people from your congregation came to Ukraine for a huge summer youth camp, and it was just awesome. And believe that already maybe when we finish our COVID journey,
Sure.
Ukraine will be a great place for you guys to come. It's in Kiev and Kiev region where we work also. It's pretty safe to come, and
Sure,
you know about this.
Easy to travel.
Yeah, easy to travel, and we have a lot of opportunities. And for example, this summer we had 6 summer programs in other cities of Ukraine. So it will be opportunity for your team to be really involved in that. We of course will do this and come for youth camps or children camps or for other summer activities. Summer is the best season to come. Maybe in June, it's the best probably months to come.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, I know when we were there, we got to see all the different youth camps, some that were in the city, you know, in different areas, and then visiting boys' homes in the Trajan area and other parts of kind of the outskirts of Kiev. And so lots of great work. They do a ton of work with children in the area. They do lots of work with orphanages and with under-resourced communities that need help. And then a lot of even what I was seeing there was, you know, just giving out information about the Bible, gospel materials, things like that that people could use, especially in a time like we find ourselves in, whether you're in the United States or whether you're in Ukraine. There's a lot of isolation. There's a lot of questions. I think it's an opportune time to do that.
And I'm gonna leave you some video materials we produced this year, and everybody are welcome to look at, watch some camp stories, and especially a couple of testimonies of our young men who went through our ministry and became Christians.
Wow.
It's really inspired.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I love even some of the story of different people that I had met that are serving in leadership positions within Let's Love. A lot of them have come from similar situations, backgrounds that maybe they grew up without parents, and they were able to, you know, through the church and through other Christians, be able to come up in faith, and then they're returning that gift of salvation back to people in their community. So just a wonderful ministry. I love being able to catch up with you, Dima. It's always a joy. If you're thinking about wanting to be involved more in Ukrainian missions, we hope to have some information to you at some point when we get it. Of course, COVID may meddle with those plans a little bit. But we look forward to being able to come and participate and see the work that you guys are doing there.
That's great. We're looking forward
Awesome.
to that already.
Well, is there anything that we can be praying for you as you know, as the year goes on? Are there any specific prayers that you have, either for yourself or for your ministry?
Of course, I'll appreciate if you continue pray about my family, my personal health, to be able to do all this work and even to start new one. This time about my journey in the United States, and also about this dream to start a new rescue mission for abused families. This will be much appreciated.
Wow, awesome. Great work, Dima. Love having you here with us, brother, and glad that we are sharing the kingdom together.
Thank you for staying with us.
All right, thanks.